videos on this channel. But here's a quick intro of who I am, just in case this is the first video of you finding me or finding who I am. Charles Barnes, have some history and experience in front offices in colleges as a recruiting assistant. I'm a PFF certified data analyst. Um, some of my evaluations have gotten agents paid, one including being Cavante Turpin, which kind of aligns with this last selection. Um, got some offers from other places, but was out of my jurisdiction of fatherhood, if you catch my drift. So definitely value family. Have my own website, which I have not said in any of these videos, which is blog.thebarnesuniversity.com, where you can check out some stuff. I'm not a writer. I don't consider myself a writer, but I do share from there from that website from time to time. I'm definitely going to start being more active on that in the next 365. But let's get to this pick. I selected with pick 188 in the sixth round, Brashard Smith, running back out of SMU, 5'9"ish, 200 pounds. Needs to stay at that 200-pound mark. Loves football, averaged 5.7 yards per carry last season. That's the same amount that the running back that the Titans drafted, Kalel Mullings, but he only averaged that in the fourth quarter. So Brashard Smith averaged 5.7 yards per carry the whole season. He has 4.39 speed. For his career, he has 1.5K rushing and 100K receiving, plus a kick return for 98 yards when he played Miami. So his profile is he started out as a wide receiver, transitioned to running back this past year. Did a pretty good job at doing that. I don't know if his full-time role is a running back. I think if he adds pounds, his ceiling comp, and we'll just go ahead and get that out of the way, his ceiling comp is like a James Cook type of running back. His floor is which isn't a bad floor, is Jerick McKinnon. I think that he can be way more than that. I think he'd be a returner. I think he can be a gadget guy. I think he can be a slot receiver if you need him to be. He is very versatile. He is instant offense. Some other tidbits about him is that he was the only person in FBS, I believe, to have 1,300 yards, 300 yards receiving, and 300 return yards. He also had 1,977 all-purpose yards, which was only behind my top three backs in the draft class, which was Gene T, Hampton, and Scatterbo. So he was fourth behind them. And lo and behold, he was my fourth ranked running back. So that kind of aligned there. At this value per production, and like I said, one of the themes of my draft was to draft athletes that had impact on the game, who had a mastery and versatility and physical profile, who was pro ready, high floor with special teams value. I think I was able to draft 3 returners and at least 2 gunners. And then I wanted to marry upper echelon tape with upper echelon analytics, and I think I did that with this selection as well. Some of the concerns that I have with Brashard Smith is the size. Like I said, he needs to maintain a certain weight about himself, and he needs to stay focused. There was a suspension on his profile from, I think, missing some meetings and class. But lo and behold, by all accounts, he loves the game of football. He just has to love the process and stay locked in when it comes to that. I think his role is a RB2, RB anywhere from 1 to 3. Honestly, I could see a role where if he needs to be, he can be that starter. He can be a slot. He can be a kick returner. He doesn't have, I don't think, punt return experience from the past, but I think that's something that he could learn. I just think this is an excellent pick, an excellent value to top off and put a cherry on top for my draft class. I think it's one that just gives your team so much value. Helps the defense out, flips the field, offensively keeps underneath defenders up at night, keeps defensive coordinators up at night. And like I said, he's microwave offense, and I think that is an excellent pick to in the draft. So thank God for another productive year, another focus year in the next 365. We definitely want to improve. We definitely want to fine tune some things and get better with everything. But yeah, Brashard Smith, congratulations. And that will conclude this BU draft class analysis. Stay tuned for more stuff that's coming up. I'm probably going to do the off-season game plan up next. That's going to be up next. And basically, the off-season game plan, just to preface, is going over some of the free agent signings, my mentality going into the season, who I would have targeted, and then you compare that with this draft class or some of the stuff that I did in that draft class. But with that being said, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one.